What's up guys, Tommy Bo here from Movie Rewind, and today I'm going to be reviewing one of my favourite movie trilogies of all time, and that is the Dark Knight Trilogy. And what better place to begin than with Batman Begins. So without further ado, let's get into it. So in terms of character development, this movie does not disappoint. Never before has Batman, before or since, been given such a well-developed origin story. It's brilliant. When his parents are killed, I think in this adaptation it has a lot more weight. You see him being trained by the Legion of Shadows, and you also see him develop his principles that he will fight criminals, but he will not become an executioner. He will leave that for the justice system to take care of. So I really like this adaptation of Bruce Wayne and Batman. Alfred is a very good fatherly figure for Bruce Wayne. I think this movie handles that really well. Rachel Dawes as not really the love interest. I wouldn't say she's a love interest. However, she's a good character. She's an independent character, and she can stand up on her own 2 feet, and she has clear principles. And as for the villains and their motives are also very good. Ra's al Ghul's motives, yes, they're crazy. However, if you look from his perspective, you can kind of understand where he's coming from. Sometimes you can't save an area. You just have to destroy it and start over again. So you can kind of see where he's coming from. Scarecrow, I wish we got to see more of Scarecrow and more character development done with Scarecrow. I don't think we see enough development done with him. However, you know, the scenes with Scarecrow in are really good, I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to give character development a 9 out of 10 because I think all of the characters are very well developed in this movie. However, I just wish, a few, especially Scarecrow, got a bit more. Now, the performances section of this video is going to be very short because just look at the actors involved. Christian Bale, Micheal Cane, Katie Holmes, Liam Neeson, Gary Oldman, Morgan Freeman. These are some of the best actors of their era. And this movie does not disappoint when it comes to acting capabilities. All of the actors fit their characters beautifully. I mean, Micheal Cane as Alfred, that just naturally fits. Morgan Freeman as Lucius Fox, that fits. All of these actors just naturally fit these roles. And I think that's a long way to saying how brilliant a director Christopher Nolan is, because he understood that there was different types of actors and they would fit different roles. And to get so many actors of such high caliber in this movie is brilliant. So I'm going to give the performances a 10 out of 10 because I cannot fault it. And as for effects, this movie does something which I love, and it uses more practical effects than it does CGI effects. Now, the practical effects in this movie blew me away. All of the explosions are action-packed. All of the fight scenes, the choreography is brilliant. So I really do like all of the effects in this. And also, it is kind of linked to the effects. And that's the way they use the darkness to kind of build suspense. Especially in the dock scene where Batman kind of technically first appears in all his suit fighting all of Falcone's thugs. I like how they use the darkness and suspense in order to build up Batman's arrival, right to when he punches through the glass of that car and says, "I am Batman." Brilliant. The effects in this movie are outstanding, and I really like that they used more practical effects than they did CGI. And I think a lot of modern day movies could take notice of what Batman Begins did in terms of effects. So I'm going to give the effects a 10 out of 10. Now, the story and writing is one of the best scripts I have ever seen on screen. It deals with an origin story really well, because with a lot of origin movies you get like 95% is the origin and 5% is just like the hero being the hero, or you get the other way where they kind of rush through the origin story in order for you to get more of the hero, kind of like what they did with The Amazing Spider-Man. However, in this movie they take their time with the origin story. They show a lot of it through flashbacks, so you kind of see how Bruce Wayne came to be the man that he is. And after he leaves the Legion of Shadows, you see how Batman comes from origins, and why he stands for certain principles, why he doesn't harm and kill anyone, and while he believes in justice and he believes Gotham can be saved. There's a lot of red herrings in this movie as well. First of all, you think Falcone is the main villain. Then you think Scarecrow is the main villain, and then you find out Ra's al Ghul is the main villain, and I like that. There's a lot of twists and turns in the storyline, you know, it keeps it interesting, keeps the main plan a bit of a mystery, I have to say. And also, and I didn't realise this the first time I watched it, however, by watching it, you know, again and again and again and again, and I watched it last Friday, there's quite a lot of emotion in this movie, and I think that has something to do with the music. When it's Bruce Wayne's parents dies, and then, you know, he's saying it's his fault to Alfred, and Alfred's reassuring him. The score helps the viewer feel really emotional. I remember getting really emotional with that scene. So I do think the score works really well, and the script is outstanding. So I'm going to give the story and writing a 10 out of 10 because it's just brilliant. Now, for this week's special recognition, I'm going to say making Batman serious again. Now, I saw the previous 4 Batman movies. I think it was like a couple of years before I saw the Dark Knight trilogies, and especially Batman Begins. And they were all comical, especially Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. They were so cheesy and cringy, and they just took the mick out of Batman. However, Batman Begins really made Batman serious again. It showed that you can do a down-to-earth comic book movie. You can make it dark and gritty, and it's not going to destroy the movie. It's not going to cut it off from a certain fan base like children, because this movie is an adult's movie. It was made with actors who were at the top of their game. It has a brilliant director who delivers a great script, and the character of Batman is the best version of Batman I have ever seen, and I will stand by that. Personally, I think that Batman Begins is the most underrated Batman movie in the Dark Knight trilogy. I think it did so much for redefining the character of Batman, as well as the comic book industry as a whole. So I'm going to give the special recognition a 10 out of 10 because it made Batman serious again. And I thank everyone involved in this movie for that. So Batman Begins, as I've already stated, is one of the most underrated Batman movies in the Dark Knight trilogy. It delivers a more serious approach, and it has brilliant acting and brilliant directing by Christopher Nolan. And that is why Batman Begins gets a well-deserved 49 out of 50, which gives it a grade 1 ranking. To be honest, Batman Begins is my second favourite movie in the Dark Knight trilogy. And it is one of my favourite comic book movies of all time. And I really do think that it's underrated, and I would recommend everyone watch it. So thanks for watching, guys. I really do hope that you enjoyed my Batman Begins movie review. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe in order to receive great and maybe even improved quality content in the future. And I would just like to say that this is only the beginning. I am going to be reviewing The Dark Knight and also The Dark Knight Rises. And after that, I will be doing a special video where I will be ranking all of the Batman movies, solo Batman movies, so that excludes Batman vs Superman and Justice League, from worst to best. And it will be my personal opinion, so I really do hope you guys support that and that you will view that content. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in another one. See ya!